All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Brooklyn Bulls. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. McLean, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
White looks to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Slam, slam, slam.
Now White. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go. He's coming. He's coming. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Hey, watch X3. 218, jump, go.
Now a give, right side. McLean. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is taken at his 4.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check. No. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 3. Hey, alert. 59. It's coming this way. Here we go.
They begin the drive with Morris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check. 59. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Here's Rosen. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, Morris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 59. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9. Rosen. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll toss it to Morris. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. What?
On 2nd down, it's Morris. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What? 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. We own it. We alert. Watch the twins.
3rd and long here for Rosen. But it's brought in by Washington. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Gets this one to Morris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this and, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is White. Throwing again. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there. 68 yards. They'll run on first down. McLean, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's White. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. 8, read.
Number 53, Mike.
Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. White looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Steeler first down.
Middle.
Switch.
General West.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's out.
Hey, alert.
It's out.
Yes.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Morris. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, get.
Now it's Rosen. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now the try here for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's go,
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, Morris. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Check.
At 18-yard line.
Check. 53 is mine. You ain't going nowhere. 80.
On 2nd down now, it's Morris. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think...
They've got his man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Kill, turn up.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This is Morris. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Completes it to Jennings. The 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Charlie!
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. There defensively to make the play, Joejuan Williams. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mike, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Complete to Washington. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've got the lead.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
70.
Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now on 2nd and 13. White. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ready.
Now White operating from the gun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Check 53. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Win the rep. Let's go, right here. 53's the mic. 53's the name on that. Check right. Let's go.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Great job. Touchdown for Dennis.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start it on the ground with Morris. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Morris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll run on first down. It's Morris. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 31, check 31. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Bulls 23, Steelers 19.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Ronnie, 15 line.
Big stop, D. Big.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch.
The play fake, now White. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Here we go. 18, Gator.
53, Mike 53. Hey, watch the slant. Check 99. Check 99.
80 weapon.
36.
On the ball. Snap.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Recon, 132 fighter. Lee Griffin.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLean. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 14.
Here we go.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check 37. Check 37.
Greystone travel.
Check right. Check right. Watching you find. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Showing it. Showing it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, White. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check hot route. Hot.
You draw quarter.
Mike 55.
Clear.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
No smooth. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, switch! Mike, check, 59, 80. Yo! Check 59, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9". Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Tight ends right. Even. 4 down. Even.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, team 6.
53, check 53. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or.
It's our field. It's our field.
Ready?
Now White with a first down throw, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.